What is up, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. I love when you guys call me out in the comment section, and so many of you have called me out about how fast I talk. It's like I don't even know what a period is. My sentences just all run together, and I would agree with you. I've been trying to work on it, but it's crazy sometimes. But anyway, since I've been traveling the last 3 weekends, I've been so far outside of my normal routine, and I thought I was going to be extremely happy to be back and just kind of get back into the swing of things here. But honestly, I kind of miss being on the road. But the one thing that I really did miss about being here is my puff wheat cereal.
It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay sometimes.
And then you mix the bland cereal with the cupcake protein powder. I'm telling you guys, if you try this out, I almost guarantee you that you will be hooked.
It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Smile for me, smile for me. Everything else.
Seeing that we produce here, make sure you comment. Blow their mind how many people on Snapchat I respond to, how many some statistics with.
Last night was a movie, we gon' make a sequel. You should come with us, let me show you how we do. Turn up for the evening, we gon' have fun tonight.
Squats, bench, and deads today. A tough workout. That's why I save it for Saturday mornings, just because I have a little bit more time. So we'll get in there, get it done.
Head body on one tonight, like lights, camera, action. Splash of coke with the jackstrap. If you want it, baby, ask for it.
Just didn't have it in me today, guys. I went into the gym kind of tired, hungry, and we're all gonna have days like that, you know? It's just something you gotta get through. I think the important part is going into the gym, realizing what you're capable of. Chances are you've already hit this workout before. You've already hit the numbers you're supposed to. So then it becomes a mental game, right? So you just kind of have to push through, realize it's gonna feel like crap, but get over it. And realize that afterwards you get to eat. That's the most important part. And I have a freaking haircut to go to, which I never have on the weekend because it's much more efficient to go when I'm at work because it's a lot closer, but she was on vacation. You guys don't care, I know. So when I was at the Dallas Europa, Valentina let me try one of these grenade carb Killa Cam. Do you guys even know who Killa Cam is?
Say, it's me.
And I gotta say, I loved this bar. It tasted just like a candy bar. Now, could it have been I was just hungry or I was convinced by Valentina because she told me how good it was? Maybe. So we're gonna give it a second try. What I really like about this has solid macros and not as much fiber. You guys know I eat what a lot of people would consider a lot of clean, whole foods. So I get so much fiber in throughout the day, I don't necessarily need it in a protein bar. So here's how it looks. We're gonna give it another try. This might be one of the best protein bars ever, and I had never even heard of them. So if you guys can find these, I would highly recommend them. Feels so much better now that I got a little bit of food in my system. Let's go get this mop chopped. I feel like I'm too young to be saying this, but I always know when it's time to get a haircut when there's more gray than usual coming through the side of my head. But then again, ain't no shame in my Rogaine. I absolutely hate carrying cash. I put everything on a card, but at my barber's, she only takes that square thing, and I don't know if you guys know this, but really anytime a company takes credit card, they charge you a percentage, and I feel bad. She's a small business, you know, I figured I'll save you your 2.5%. You know, I never really believed the people on YouTube who claimed that all these people were asking them what kind of haircut they got. I was just like, dude, nobody cares what kind of haircut you got, but guess what? I was wrong because I get that question all the time. So to answer it, I will say that my haircut is called the usual. I walk into my barber and I tell her I want the usual. So do I look like a new man? If not, still tell me yes, because I have self-esteem issues and I need you guys to tell me that I'm pretty. I'll see you guys at home. I think my goal in life is to make every different combination of oatmeal that you could possibly imagine. I'm doing pretty well so far. So today we're going to continue with that streak and I'm going to try to make chocolate cupcake oatmeal. How good does that sound? It sounds great, I know. So I microwaved it for about 7 minutes. This part's probably not necessary, but I want to get as much volume as possible. So I'm going to add 1 serving of pumpkin in here. And then probably to be expected, I'm gonna throw in 1 scoop of the chocolate cupcake protein powder, well, sometimes things don't always go according to plan. So I was gonna add some fat-free cream cheese. I know that sounds weird to add to oatmeal, but if it's a cupcake, it just made sense. But I looked in the fridge and it like disappeared. I had some in there. I think someone came in and stole it. So instead, what I'm gonna do is do 1/4 a cup of Greek yogurt. And the final thing we'll do is just throw it in the freezer, probably for a half hour or so, just so it'll get a little bit more cakey as opposed to runny like it is now. And then I'll give you guys a taste test. So to be honest, I got a little bit impatient and too hungry, so I left it in for about 15 or 20 minutes. See how it is. Good stuff. So there is something that I've never shared with you guys.
I don't owe you a dime. It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
They ask me questions about that honey that I used to roll. I took it back and bought a two-door. I took it back and bought a two-door. My money thicker than a sumo.
So Rich, homie Corey, I think it's time to admit to the people that this is not in fact my car.
Riverfront, left, right, downtown, straight ahead.
We're gonna see what kind of shots we can get around here. We're in downtown Cincinnati. That bridge you just saw us cross was actually coming in from Newport, Kentucky. We were hoping we could get some shots on the water, but didn't work out so well, but we'll see what we can do. So we're out here randomly getting some pictures of the vet, and what are the chances that we see a Range Rover? Now, unfortunately, it's not my Range Rover, but is this a sign, guys? Is this a sign that I actually need to get a nice car? You tell me.
That'll be on the cutting room floor. What's up?
You want a picture?
Yeah, you can take one.
She's serious, she wants your number, dude. Okay guys, so as you can see, Rich homie Corey has quite the vehicle here. A little bit nicer than mine, just by a small margin. But Corey, what would you say drove you to buy this car? Because I know there's a lot of kids watching this video right now. They're looking at this thing, they're like, oh my gosh, that's like my dream car. So what was it? What was that point where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this?
Man, I would say, you know, growing up being a car guy, watching movies, Fast and Furious when all that first came out, so cool. You just wanted all of that. I would say be patient, work hard, start small, and work your way up. I didn't start here, and honestly, I'm probably not gonna stay here. So start small, you know, save smart. It's not as hard as you might think.
And that's the cool part. I've seen Corey go through quite a few different cars ever since we started in college together, and I can assure you this is not daddy money. It's not being handed down or anything like that. So worked a lot of hours, just got a new promotion. So it's pretty cool to see him doing big things. I got a lot of homies, and they're all rich. This is a great integration right here, because I was just talking to Corey about the importance of clickbait.
These days, like everyone on YouTube, they're like getting in a photo with a sick car, like buying a sick car and putting it as their thumbnail. Well, you know what? I'm gonna play the same game. Boom.
Was this video clickbait? Yes, it was probably my biggest clickbait video ever, but we will get into the topic of this video a little bit later on. So Corey has started up his YouTube channel. I know so many of you guys are into cars, so I'm going to highly encourage you guys to go check it out. It's the first link in the description box below. I guarantee you're gonna like the content if you're into cars. Trust me, this guy knows more about it than I know about anything in So here's a real reason I can't buy a Corvette, guys, is I would not have enough room for any of my food. So I think this is actually like the first time I've ever worn sunglasses in my life. How about that, guys? How about that?
All my diamond shine, 'cause they really can. If I'm lying, I say really real. I'm really on my mind.
Okay, so rich homie Corey had to run home real quick just to drop some stuff off, but he'll come back. We're gonna grill up some food, and one of the biggest dieting tips I can give you guys is just stay busy. It is almost 8:30 right now, and I haven't eaten very much food, as you guys have seen today. So if you can just stay busy, stay occupied, and save up your food for the end of the day, it usually works out pretty well. I just randomly picked this stuff up at TJ Maxx yesterday. I was supposed to be looking for clothes, but I was more interested in the food, go figure. And I'm not a big fan of popcorn myself, but look how much volume this gives you, and it actually is pretty delicious. So if you guys can find this at a normal store, would highly encourage you to try it out.
I'm not a seafood guy, but these are fire. You're telling me they're $1 a piece.
I told you, man.
I know. I'm a skeptic.
I told you. I told the people. Kroger crab cakes, the best.
I saw him give you the special box from the back.
That's the
The
hook
Rich
up.
Homie edition.
So much excitement for one day, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that footage. We had so much fun today, but I hate Jell-O, okay? I despise it. Now, the only reason I made this is because, obviously, look at this volume. So I used 2 packets of Jell-O. What I did earlier today, actually, was I mixed in the 2 packets of Jell-O with some hot water, like the box said, let it sit in the refrigerator for a few minutes, and then I dumped in 1 serving of PES vanilla protein powder, hoping that this can somehow save this disgusting food. I'll let you know very shortly. Much better, much better. Definitely not the best, but this whole thing is 170 calories or something like that. You're not gonna beat that, and I just wanna go to bed full. This is about all that I can do. It's just Jell-O. Either way, that is gonna be the end of the video, and you guys know how this works. How do I end every single video? Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. And why do I say that? Well, because I mean it, but in my mind, the most valuable thing I've ever been given is someone's time. Your time and attention. That is huge. It doesn't matter what it is in life. You need time and attention from somebody. You want a good relationship, you're gonna need their time. You're gonna need their attention. You wanna make a ton of money. You wanna buy a nice house and have a nice car. You're gonna need someone's time and attention, and you could just go on, and it all comes down to this. So the fact that you guys give me that, some of you have watched me for hundreds and hundreds of minutes, taking that out of your life, and just spend it with me. So I'm always gonna thank you guys for that, and I truly do appreciate that. And just think about that. I mean, it's incredible, really. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out a lot. Hopefully this makes up for the clickbait. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.
She's serious. She wants your number, dude. I see you.